Mama. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, the entire parts of the world. Once again, you're welcome to GSP African Pearl YouTube channel, where we do a lot of content about agriculture, and we look at different things in agriculture. We move out and visit farmers and interview them about agriculture, most especially farmers who have done it and they are successful, farmers who have done it well and really they have experience and knowledge to share with us. So when you go on our previous videos, you find that we have interviewed several farmers. We have interviewed several farmers on coffee growing. I've interviewed farmers on cattle grazing or animal rearing. We've talked about pig farming. A lot of farmers that we have visited. We have so many farmers that we have visited, and you find that people are appreciating the content, they're appreciating their knowledge. Poultry farmers, most especially here in Uganda, people like poultry farming so much. Poultry farming, I think, is one of those ventures that is most loved by Ugandans. And today now I'm coming up with 5 agricultural ideas or projects that you can do here in Uganda and you maximize profit. The top 5 agribusiness projects that they are leading here in Uganda, where most farmers are running up and down to start so that they can make profits. This message might be so important for you who is planning to start or who is struggling with venture to put your money into, where you can start and do profits. So today, stay tuned. I have brought 5 areas where you can also do something, even if on a small scale, and you get some good money from it. So I want to start by number 5. And number 5, most people do not think about it, but it is so crucial when you're doing agribusiness, when you're in agriculture as a business. And number 5 is value addition. Number 5 is value addition and agro-processing. I've started from bottom going upwards up to number 1, and the number 1 will amaze you, is going to surprise you. Number 1. So as I said that number 5 is value addition and the agro processing. Here you find that so many people are starting up agro processing industries, where they are adding value to these crops, to the fruits. You find that so many people have started juice industry like the mango juice, orange juice, and people are getting a lot of money in this juice. Of recent, I went to the supermarket to buy mango juice. What I found in the supermarket, it was terrible, because I expected the juice to be at a very small price, but I got surprised that I could not choose, because the money I had carried was not enough for me to obtain that or to acquire the juice. So it showed me, or it brought some impression that juice, people who are making juice, they are making a lot of money. And you find that getting just a low mango which is not processed is very cheap. You can get like maybe like one mango here in Kampala, you find that it is at 1,000. So when that mango is processed into juice, because one mango is enough to make a liter of juice, mango juice. But it goes now to, you find that mango juice is at 10,000. Well packed. Well packed. I mean the processed one, not the common one that you can do it just at home. And the well processed one, which is even containing preservatives. So you can see people who are coming up with the value addition, adding value like milk. We have people who are making powder milk. They are earning a lot of money. If you can start one, but I know most of you may say it is expensive to start a processing plant, but it's not expensive. Machines are there, simple machines are there which can process some of these things and add value so that you can get some good money. So you find that people who are having milk processing industries, like those who are producing yogurt, they are doing well. They're producing yogurt, milk yogurt. Then when you come to cassava, if you can go, you find that people who are doing it with value addition, they are benefiting a lot. You get cassava and process into flour, and automatically you find that a kilo is at 2,000. And yet, if you were to just to sell cassava, which is not processed, then you find it is low price. Now, agro processing and value addition is another venture that you can do here in Uganda, and you get a lot of money. Number 4 is poultry farming. I know so many people may say, poultry farming, why poultry farming is not number 1? But poultry farming has also its challenges. And if you go, you first venture into it and you see that it has some challenges. But so many people are getting money from it. It's just a matter of getting much information about poultry farming before you start. Because a lot of people complain about poultry farming being complicated. That it's because they don't do a lot of research. And last time I was seeing people complaining about agriculture being expensive. Yes, agriculture is expensive, but not as such. It needs money. So you need to do research before you venture into anything. So poultry farming is one of the leading poultry ventures, the leading agricultural ventures here in Uganda. It doesn't matter even if you are doing it for egg production or meat production. I mean, if you're doing layering birds for egg production, very profitable. And at the same time, even if you are rearing the broilers for meat, the same thing, because the demand is high. If you go in the market here in Uganda, you find that chicken eggs, they are on high demand. We have people who want to process them into, like, we have those who process foods like the breads. People produce breads. They need eggs, because egg is one of their ingredients when you are making a bread. And we have many bread industries here in Uganda. We have those chapati makers. You have ever heard of Rolex? So they are using eggs. So you find that eggs, they are on high demand. If you can start poultry farming, you will get basically in rare birds. So, but still, when you come on the broilers, people are eating money. People are eating their money here in Uganda, and they are buying chicken meat. They are buying chicken meat. So if you go on the streets of Kampala, you find young boys roasting chicken. So that shows you that the demand is there. There is market for the business. And what makes a business is the demand for both local and international. But here, some of these projects that I'm giving you, they have local demand. The local market is wide, even compared to international market. So that's why you see people are running into poultry farming. Poultry farming has a lot of profits. What you need is to be smart when you're doing it. Do it with knowledge. If you don't have enough knowledge, look for the experts who can do it for you. Then for you, just pay them. You will realize, and that is the venture number 4. Going to venture number 3. Who could tell? Number 3. Can you guess number 3 on my list? Number 3 is vegetable farming, or let me say horticulture. Because here, when we talk about horticulture, we are including vegetables and fruits. You know, those who went to school, we have those people who have done agriculture. You know how to define horticulture. Yes. So you find that so many people are venturing into vegetables. When I talk about vegetables, I mean those crops that you grow for sauce. For example, the cabbages. For example, tomato. Those are all vegetables. Eggplants. And by the way, these crops take shorter time to give a reward. And even if you do it on a very small scale, you can still get a lot of money from it, because there is demand of vegetables by the local people, by people here in Uganda. When you go to Nakasero market and see how people are yearning for vegetables, you find vegetables spread in the market. They are just flooding, and people are buying. Even expensive. There is good money in vegetable farming, like tomatoes. You find that somebody cannot eat food without tomatoes. Somebody cannot eat food, cannot eat sauce without onions. So that one shows you that the business is working. So those are one of the businesses that you can do and make money here in Uganda. I know there are so many other businesses that you can venture into depending on the location. But based on my research and what I've seen outside, the farmers I've visited, I've seen that these five businesses in agriculture, they are making a lot of money for farmers. We were still talking about vegetable horticulture as a project, and we talked about the vegetables. We didn't touch on the fruits. Now, if you look at the fruits, go and dive into we have fruits like oranges. People are getting a lot of money from lemon crops. If you can try. But the only thing with the fruits, they take longer time for you to start harvesting or to start giving you fruits. And what you need is to be patient. You know, patience, some people are not patient. Now, if you're not patient, you can choose to go with the vegetables, because vegetables, they take 3-4 months. You're already harvesting vegetables. You can take that venture, still you'll get money. But again, in fruits, there is a lot of money. Why? Fruits are also on high demand, because we have here juice industries. As I told you, we have people who are ready to buy them and add value for you, if in case you don't have money to to have a processing plant. You cannot make it. You can still do farming and sell to those who have processing plants. Like when you go to Namang, we have those people of Coca-Cola. They are doing mango juice. I know very many of you have tasted, you call it what? You call it what? Mango juice, yes. Then we have, there is another brand called what? Honor. Those are all ingredients of fruits. The Honor that you're taking, we have Minute Maid, the Minute Maid. Those are our fruits. Just go and plant them. Then be patient. Like 2 years, 3 years, you'll start harvesting a lot of money. And mark you, when you plant fruits, you are most likely to harvest in a longer period, for a longer period of time. Like mangoes, you can harvest for 100 years. Oranges, you can harvest them for a good number of years. You plant once and make proper management. As I told you that most of this in agriculture, you need to be a good manager in everything, because management is paramount. Weed management, garden management, everything. And I want to tell you one thing. I want to give you just one piece of advice. Before you venture into agriculture, make sure you have water on your farm. Water is a king, is the overall player of this. Like, you cannot venture into vegetables when you don't have water. These are crops that need to be given water all the time, consistent watering. And let me tell you, let me give you some piece of advice again. If you want to get a lot of profits in farming, do it in off season. For example, what do I mean by off season? When it is over, when people are relaxed waiting for the season, let's say maybe there is drought, there is what, that's when for you can go and plant. And this one is applicable for those people who have water at their farms. It means that by the time you are harvesting, others will be planting, or they will be just preparing their gardens for you are harvesting. And this means that you're going to be alone in the market. And when you're alone in the market, the demand is high. It will be you to determine the price. But now, if take a situation when you are so many in the market, the price will go down, because so many people have the same products you're selling. And remember, most of the agriculture products, they are perishable. They will put you on pressure to cut prices. But if where there is the scarcity, that's where you make money from. You'll be alone in the market. I don't know whether you're getting me. When others are planning to plant, for you are planning to harvest, or you're almost harvesting, I'm telling you, the money you're going to make at the end of the harvest will not be the same as the person who plants at the season, at the real season, where so many people have planted and where so many people are harvesting. So that is where people who have good projects, who have good farms, make money. That is where somebody will come and tell you that I planted 1 acre of maize and I managed to get 3 million or 5 million from it. Now for you to be wondering, you also planted 1 acre, but you managed to get only 1 million. How comes? And you start saying that these are scammers, they deceive, they lie, they are lying to us. This can't happen. No, it can happen. Just target, because when products are few in the market, the price rises, and farmers, you are at your liberty to dictate the price. So that's how people make money. That's how someone will make money from a small garden. For example, those who are dealing in vegetables, do it in dry season, then do watering, do it on a small scale and do watering. The money you're going to get from there, you will not compare to somebody who has planted an acre in the season. Do it in off season. Okay, that was a by the way. Let's go to point number 2. Point number 2. We are number 2. Yes, number 2. Number 2 is piggery farming. Piggery. I know so many people this may not sound good to you, because I know here in Uganda we have many regions, and we have a region which doesn't want to hear even about pig farming. I'm sorry for that, but I apologize for you. However, this is part of agriculture, and it is one of the best or the top ventures in Uganda that are making a lot of money for farmers. Farmers who are doing pig farming, they are making a lot of money because there is high demand for pork. There is high demand for pork. When you look at the population of Uganda, I can maybe, based on the last census, it was estimated to be 48 million. Estimated to be 48 million. But out of 48 million, we have a very small percentage for Muslims. Now, the bigger percentage is for Christians. And most of the Christians here in Uganda, they eat pork. You go to Western Uganda and see how pork is working. Go to Eastern Uganda, Teso region, Bugwere region, Busoga region, and see how people buy pork. See how people flood for pork. So pork production is on high demand. It doesn't, because I've seen, maybe I've ever heard on social media when people from West Nile, they are complaining about pork. Because you know, West Nile is most occupied by Muslims. It is a Muslim community. But you find that still there is pork, because they are also Christians. Catholics are there. Catholics are there in the Western region, some districts of West Nile. But according to the research I've made, the best consumers of pork, they are the Western people. The Wanyankoris, the what, those people. The Bakonjo, they are consuming pork. And the Watesos in the Eastern region, we think in the Eastern region we are the second people in consuming pork. So that one puts pig farming to be the second. But I know so many people fear pig farming just because of feeds. You know, pigs eat a lot. But still, this one also goes to people not making enough research. We need to make enough research. Pigs, yes, eat. But if you want to dive into pig farming, then you need to cater for feeds. Try to plant your own maize, because they eat maize brand. They depend mostly on maize brand. Plant your own feeds, because if you go in the markets today, you find that a kilo of maize is 1,000. But again, the kilo of maize brand, the waste products, I can call maize brand waste products from maize, it is also at 1,000. So what does this mean? It means that you will not manage if you want to always buy feeds. Plant your own maize, take to the milling machine, tell them to remove the brand and keep for you. Then sell the real maize. The maize you're going to sell, or the flour, you can sell that flour and buy now some other ingredients to put here, like the silverfish, what, those small things, and add here. And also, the market, you need to be so wise. Where are you going to sell your pigs from? And which type of breed are you going to are you rearing? And this is where people get off in pig farming, and they say pig farming is not profitable. Pig farming is profitable, but you need to be so strategic. If you know that you cannot manage to rear for pork, you rear for selling piglets. This one is a very simple formula. If you rear 2 pigs, I know 2 pigs can even depend on table food. 2 pigs. Just rear 2 pigs with a strategy of selling piglets. For example, in my place, 1 piglet is at 50,000, sometimes 60,000. Take a situation where your pig has produced 10. 10, that is 500. Now you have 2 pigs. That is 1 million. 1 million if they have all produced 10. But some pigs can even produce up to 13, 15. And you can't tell me that 2 pigs can eat 1 million. 2 pigs can eat 1 million when you're using even table food. When you're using your own feeds, you have your own maize brand. That one can't happen. There is profit in piglets, in selling piglets. Members, I want you to note this. If you want to benefit a lot in pig farming, deal in piglet selling. That one will bring you up. But if you say you are going for from start to finish, it is quite expensive. It needs you to be so strategic. But again, there is also a lot of money because there is demand for pork. And this is why I told you that where are you selling your porks, your piglets, your pigs? If you have a market, like let's say you're selling to customers of Mbale city, Kampala city, you're going to get a lot of money from 1 pig. Because here in Kampala, a kilo of pork is very expensive. It is 30,000, 20,000. So you find that person, if he's coming in the village to buy from you, is going to give you some good money. So that one puts pig farming to be number 2. Let's engage in pig farming. As you see, even the president, our president too, was breeding people to rear pigs, was giving people money to rear pigs, was advising you to rear pigs. Don't think he just wakes up and tells you to rear pigs. He does this from research. From the research he has got on ground, that pig farming is profitable. And someone can rear only 1 and still get money. Enough good money. And remember, the hardest part of rearing pigs is from piglet to that mating stage. If you manage to reach that stage and it produces for the first time, it needs just 1 month to again pig to mount or to conceive. It needs only 1 month. It can conceive while breastfeeding. Then it means that when it produces in a year, it can produce 3 times or 2 times in a year. So you find that you can get money and buy other things like cattle, like what? You see, there is a lot of money in pig farming, and that one only makes it to be number 2 here in Uganda or on my list. I've seen so many farmers who are in pig farming. Look at Dr. Narwima. He's in pig farming and she's getting a lot of money. So just go on ground, do research, and see how things are working out for others. I know some people lack research. You know, Ugandans don't want to do research. Like here, I'm trying to give important information, but some some people ignore it. So say, look at this one. What is he talking about? Does he look to be? But I'm a professional. I'm a professional gradualist. I'm a professional in this field. Moreover, in agribusiness management, I'm a professional in agribusiness management. What I am talking about, I know. I studied. I've seen. I've moved to farmers. And I've seen how they are making money. It's just a matter of making research. Go down and watch our videos. I may not have a farm, because having a farm needs you to gather capital. But I may have opportunity to go to farmers. I have that opportunity to go to farmers and ask them and teach you. I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for people who are willing to start, people who are ready to start. I got farmers. I have visited cattle farmers, cod farming. I have videos about fish farming. You see? And by the way, I'd forgotten. I think I have not arranged well my points. But there is also another. I think this one I will bring it as a by the way, but it is also doing a lot of money for farmers. Fish farming. There is a lot of money in fish farming. Why? What is making fish farming to come or to be on top again? What is bringing fish farming to be so marketable? It's because people have exploited the natural water bodies. There is no fish in the water bodies. And there are a lot of restrictions on water bodies. So people who are doing it in their homes, people who are doing fish farming in their homes, they are making a lot of money. It's just a matter of digging a small pond. Then you initiate the fingerings. There are a lot of industries that they are producing fingerings. You wait for just 6 months, they are ready for market. Mostly the tilapia and the mudfish, catfish. But it is very hard to rear mudfish. At least catfish and tilapia. Try those ventures. Fish farming is making money for farmers. Because there is demand, there is high demand for fish here in Uganda. Almost everyone here in Uganda eats fish. Look at the population. With urea, they certify the market. The population of 48 million people in Uganda. And everyone eats fish. Try it and see. If you have money, try it and see. Fish feeds, they are available in markets. If you want, I can even buy for you if you are in the village. Here in Container Village, you can go and get fish feeds. So, fish farming is also, I think you can see, it is not easy nowadays to do fishing on the natural water bodies, like Lake Victoria, River Nile, Lake Kyoga, Lake Albert. There are a lot of restrictions. And people have exploited, people have taken everything. People use fake nets to catch fish. They are even catching the ones which are not mature. So you find that there is no fish in the lake. So if you do it as a business in your compound, in your low land, if you have a low land, you dig a dam, you're going to make a lot of money. I've seen so many farmers who are doing fish farming. They are praising fish farming. If you can start, so fish farming is also one of, I think let it be number 6. Put it to number 6. Try it. Try it. You will not regret. Fish farming, you will not regret. And if you're there and you're ready, I have people who can dig for you a dam, a simple pond. I have them who have idea, very good experience in fish pond constructions. So you can call me. My number is always tagged on my videos. Now we are going to point or venture number one. Number one. Who can guess number one? I know people are saying he's not talking about my business. He's not talking about my venture. He's not. Why is he not talking about this? I told you there are so many. You can choose. There are so many, but I've brought for you 5, and that is depending on the research I've made and what I've seen with that people are doing commonly. Number one is none other than coffee farming. Coffee farming. Now, what puts coffee farming to be number one is coffee farming has both high demand in both in the local market and international market. But again, a lot of money is being made in coffee through international market. I don't know whether you can go and Google and see the best agriculture export in Uganda. You can go down there and Google and see where coffee is standing, and that's why I've put it number one. It is number one on my list, and I believe it is number one even if you go where in Uganda. And this one has put us to be the best product, the best. It is one of the things that has made Uganda be the best exporters in Uganda, in Africa. We are the best exporters of coffee in Africa. And in the world, if I'm not mistaken, it puts us to be number 2. Go there and Google. Go and Google. Then you tell us in the comment section where coffee has reached Uganda, where coffee has put Uganda as a country. I know so many people may argue because they are seeing what is happening in coffee. Of recent, there was some amendment on coffees. Then people are suffering with the drought. Like in this season, there is too much drought. But that doesn't mean that everyone is suffering. There are people who are so strategic. Like I told you the other time that if you enter into agriculture, you need to be strategic. You must have much information in every venture that you want to start. Like of recent, I had someone complaining that is using 3 million every month, every week to maintain his coffee because drought is heating up his garden. Is using 3 million, but how do you reach at that extent? Do you have ponds? Do you have water sources on your farm? First, tell us. I know you're watching this video. I know people who are suffering with the drought. There are those people in the western, some parts of central, like the Ryantonde people, the Ruero people in I think Nakasongola. But you need to have water sources when you are doing coffee farming, whether on large scale or small scale. You need water sources. Where need be for irrigation, do it. For example, here in the dry season, you need real watering, and when you water, do mulching of the around the plants, or in the entire garden, do mulching after watering. This mulch will help you to hold water to stay longer in the so that you cannot water every week. Which kind of strategy are you using to water every week, to use 3 million? Which kind of watering are you doing to use 3 million every week? And do you expect profits in coffee? But there are people who are doing well in this season, who are so strategic. They had plans for water, And he was saying that he's having 10 acres. How can you have 10 acres when you don't have enough water on your farm? You know, rain, some of these things, rain, drought, these are uncertainty. These are things which come without your know. Like water, you just guess. If it is going to rain, it may not rain the way you expect it. Then it means you need to improvise. These are the things that you need to put in place. In the case of this, you need to play those risks and take them away. Just it needs you to be strategic, to do research. You know, some people lack research. Move to, before you start coffee farm, like you're doing it on a large scale. Move to people who have done it and they have been successful on large scale. Not just look at things and you can't start. No, you'll find that they have irrigation systems in their farms. They have drip irrigation, see? Or if not, you can have taps. Then you use the sprinklers. You attach a pipe which can move like 100 meters in your garden, 100 meters this side, 100 meters this side. You stage taps. Then you just go and connect the nozzle and you start sprinkling around. So coffee comes number 1 just because of that. It's our best export. So thank you so much for watching me. Those are the top 5 ventures that you can do here in Uganda and get something. I will not choose for you. It's you to choose, and you cannot do all of them. You at least do 1 or 2. That's when you will manage. If you want to go for all, then it's okay. It will depend on your pocket. But I advise you to go 1 by 1. If you want poultry farming, go and do poultry farming. And if you're doing poultry farming, you either choose broilers or for meat, or you choose layers for egg production. You cannot do both. If you do both, you're going to fail, I'm assuring you. Do 1 at a go. If you want vegetable farming, specialize in vegetable farming. Okay, you can do vegetable and poultry, no problem, because these other waste from vegetables, they can work as food supplements. They can work as supplements for what? For birds. Yes. But all in all, let's learn to do value addition. This is how we are going to see the game changing. If we do value addition is very good to everything. Make your own tea from coffee, make your own, make powder from milk, make breads and add value on eggs, like that. Do Rolex, like that. We are going to get a lot of money. Yeah, thank you for watching us. I urge you to subscribe to our channel if you find this information so important to you, and you share to other people, share to your friends who would like to hear this kind of advice. You know, most people don't want valuable information. People want fake information. People want games, but yeah, that's your choice. That's your choice. But I know there is that age to look for value information, and may be late for you. I know. Boys like sports. I've created a TikTok channel for sports because I know the younger generations, like our generation, but I'm almost quitting that generation. We like sports. We like comedies. How will comedy help you? Just to pass time. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.